So a quick refresh of the muscle ups or the muscle up video. I don't want to hit the mic. I'm gonna put the mic down for a second. As a matter of fact, hopefully that'll work. Or even better. I hope that's not too loud. A quick refresh of the muscle up video. Remember, we're supposed to be doing body straight, lock out. Remember, don't bend your elbows. Keep straight. Lean back. Remember, see, the elbows don't bend. Then with the knees bent, straight up. Just to get used to that motion. Then the straight bar dips. All the way down to the chest, back up. All the way down to the chest, back up. All the way down, back up. And then the high pulls. Straight, body stiff. Without the swing, don't rely on the swing. And just straight back up. Stop. Like, wait for that dead hang to stop. I'm sorry, the dead hang. For the swing to stop, and then go back up. There is other techniques and methods to get the muscle up, relying on the swing, but we're not gonna go into that now, because again, I'm trying to get you guys to have a clean muscle up. It's so much better to get a clean muscle up first. Imagine your first muscle up that you ever did being a clean muscle up. That's impressive. And then you'll go back in time from your progression and you'll see, and you get to show people, my first muscle up looked like this compared to your first muscle up. Remember, getting above the bar is nothing new. Everyone eventually does it. Kids could do it. But you want to do it clean. You want to know what you're doing. You want to have control at it. And you want it to be good. And you don't want to get injured. That's the biggest problem with the muscle up, as I was talking about on the other video. So a question I got asked recently was trying to get over that hump of 31 pulls. And if you remember correctly, that everything over 20 pulls, everything over 50 pushes, it's a different technique, different range of motion that you're going to be doing to protect your joints. So those 31 pull-ups or 30 pull-ups, that's kind of still in a safe zone to do 30 clean, control pull-ups. But you're trying to get past that. You're trying to get to the 40s. You're trying to get to the 50s. And that's breathing. That's technique. That's relying on a slight technique of rebounding. Not necessarily using the momentum, but using your muscles as far as like a shock absorber. So when you come down, you're coming down like right to this point, and you're going back up, and you're using that, and you get stuck to that. It becomes like a pattern, and it's automatic. That it works with the breathing, it works with that shock absorber mode, it works with the grip reset. All of those things come into play when trying to do the speed reps and trying to get to those numbers. Again, a lot of people will have a problem with these reps. A lot of people They would rather do strict pull-ups and achieve those numbers. And in a perfect world, you can do that, and you will do that eventually. But I guarantee you're going to get injured. Your longevity is going to be decreased. I guarantee you that. Depending on your age too, that plays a huge factor. So the technique, the rebounding, the grip reset, and the breathing, those three things have to work in sync in order to get those numbers. Consistency too, that goes without saying. That's with every training method that we do, every routine, all the high numbers that we do, it's from consistency. It's from doing it over and over and over every day, being motivated, getting programmed to doing it, trying to exceed your yesterday. So you got 30 pull-ups today. Tomorrow you tell yourself that night before you go to sleep, tomorrow I'm doing 31. 31 comes, the next day I'm doing 32 that next day. That's how it's going to get there. You're going to develop that technique, you're going to develop that drive, and that habit of progressing. That's a great habit to have in life, period. Progressing. You want to outdo what you did yesterday. That's how I was able to do the squats. That's how I do my squats now. Every shower I take, I do 100 clip. The last thing I do in the shower before I get out, I do 100 clip. Just count each hand. This hand's is 10s, this hand's count the 20s. And I do that every shower. Count. Just so now it's a habit that I can't take a shower without doing my 100 clip squats. If I miss a day, which is very rare, if I have to, sometimes I take a shower with my son. If I don't get to do the squats, usually I take 2 baths a day. The same night, I would do 200. Or the following day, in the morning, I'll do the 200. Or if I know that how my day is going to be, I do 100 in the morning or afternoon and 100 before I go to bed. Some days, just strict 100, take a quick shower and I get out of there. So that's something now that is a habit to me. Like, I don't feel right. Wow, out of every time I'm recording, these cops want to pull somebody over. Every shower that I take, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm missing something. It's like taking a shower without soap now, if I don't do my squats. So you want to make something like that be a habit to you. It may be every night. You may read a book. You may do whatever you do on a routine basis. Put calisthenics, put an exercise, add it to it, and let that become a routine also. Whether you bathe your kids at night, right after you dry them off, you drop and do a 50 clip of diamonds. Something like that. Before you eat every day, you eat a certain time every day, or do a 50 clip. Whether you have access to a pull-up bar, do a set before you walk inside every day. Anything that you do routinely every day, add something to it, and trust me, it's going to go a long way. With the grip reset, the breathing, and the rebounding is what we're going to call it for now. Compared to normal pull-ups, dead hang, lockout, killer joint. That's slightly exaggerated also. Usually don't bring it right here. I'm leading with my chest, and that's because of my posture. That's something I can't remember if I spoke about it in another video, but that's an issue that I will have to deal with, and that's from doing so many pull-ups throughout the years that's how the pull has become now, with me at least, and my whole physique changed. Excuse me, 'cause I'm getting ate alive by mosquitoes. So that becomes the motion also with doing these type of reps. Instead of pulling straight, you're pulling more towards the bar. So it's basically like I'm doing a pull-up, push-up at the same time, you know, from that motion. My body grown accustomed to that. Like I'm built for barbarian style of training. That's not something I would expect everyone would be seeking for, that type of physique. I don't think that's ideal, but that's what it is with me, and eventually I correct it. I'm sure a couple of you are doing other training techniques that's working on your stretching and increasing your mobility. Again, I don't want to stray too much. That's topics for other videos. So we're going to talk about back to the pull-ups, the speed pull-ups. So like I said, full lockout, doing high reps of that, doing that every day, you're gonna hurt your joints. You're going to. That's not a maybe. Certain people are able to get away with it. Certain people grow in condition, but time will catch up to them. I'm not wishing that on them. Hopefully that it doesn't happen, and they're one of those the few percent that was able to avoid it. But most people, I experienced that earlier, back in, I say like before 2010, I experienced that pain, joint pain. I experienced tendonitis, which I don't like to talk about. That's like a curse, a calisthenic curse. And that was more from doing a lot of one arms, a lot of archer pull-ups, pendulum pull-ups, what I call those. These pull-ups, that came from a lot of, that brought a lot of tendonitis, those type of pull-ups. Back to the speed pulls. So going that fast, developing that technique helps you also because you're on the bar long. To hang on the bar for 30 seconds basically to do pull-ups, your grip is going to give out. Hence, working out on a thick bar to strengthen your grip. Since your grip is going to give out, you have to do the grip reset. What I stress also, that helps. Breathing helps too. That's how I don't get winded during my workouts, from the breathing technique that I do. The pulls. Notice that after I got fatigued, after I reached that number that I put in my head, hold on one second. The goal was 30. Something I really don't like to do, but every routine you set the number, so it's always going to be a goal. The reason why I say that, you reach, I said I'm going to do 30 pulls. At 28, that's when the fatigue kicks in and you start to get tired. I always shoot for a higher number. Even though I want to do 30, I tell myself I'm going to do 35. If I fall short, which is rare sometimes. I'm still good because I was supposed to do 30 anyway. Shooting for the 35 increases my strength, increases my number, mentally and physically. So the 35s will become normal. Tomorrow, I'll be shooting for 40. But basically, that's how it goes. If you know your max is 30, or the last time you did pulls, the 30 was your highest, you gotta know, shoot for 33. And that 30 is gonna come quicker. Come easier. Shoot for exceed your goal all the time. You can do it. If you can do 30 pull-ups, and people hear me say this all the time, if you could do 40, you could do 50. If you could do 30, you can do 40. It sounds easy. I'm saying it like it's an easy thing, but trust me, I know. That's a BB philosophy. You do 30, you could do 40. Now when you get to the 40, you could definitely do 50. Trust me on that. Believe me. So we're gonna stop it right there.